The code of the silent forest. Sophia enjoyed running in the early morning, when the streets were empty and the air was cool. It was her way to find peace after long days at work. One autumn morning, she decided to take a new path that led into the forest near the river. She had no idea that this small choice would completely change her life. The path was narrow, full of stones, and lined with wild plants. She could hear her own steps echoing softly as birds flew above her. The air smelled of pine, but the silence was heavier than usual. Sophia felt a strange mix of calm and nervousness deep in her chest. When she checked her phone, she was surprised to see the signal bar empty. The battery was fine, yet there was no connection. Suddenly, the screen flashed and showed a strange code made of numbers and letters. It blinked for a second, then disappeared, leaving her frozen in place. At first, she thought it was only a mistake with the phone. But a few steps later, the code appeared again, brighter this time. Her heart beat faster as she quickly wrote it on her hand with a pen. She did not know why, but something told her it was very important. As she walked further, the forest began to feel different. The wind stopped moving, and not a single bird sang anymore. Every tree looked the same, as if she were walking in circles. Then, something shiny caught her eye near the roots of a giant oak tree. Kneeling down, she brushed away the leaves and dirt. What she found was a small metal box, old but strong. Her hands trembled as she lifted it, feeling the weight inside. She opened it slowly, and her eyes widened when she saw a broken compass, a photograph of the river, and a folded paper with the same code. She unfolded the paper carefully. It showed a rough map of the forest, with a red cross marked near the river. She felt fear mix with curiosity. This was not just a coincidence. Taking a deep breath, she decided to follow the map and see where it would lead. The forest grew darker as thick clouds covered the sky. She ran faster, but every sound of cracking branches behind her made her turn nervously. Her heart pounded as if she were being followed, but the path stayed empty. Still, she forced herself to continue. Finally, she reached the river. The water was rushing fast, hitting the rocks with powerful sounds. On the riverbank, she noticed stones placed carefully in a perfect circle. In the middle of the circle stood another box, this one larger and covered in dust. Sophia knelt and opened the box with shaking hands. Inside, she found old photographs of people she did not know. Some looked afraid, others were running as if escaping danger. On the back of one photo, today's date was written in black ink. She placed the photo back quickly, her stomach tight with fear. Then her phone buzzed loudly in her pocket. When she looked, the screen showed a message in clear words. "Do not stop now. Keep walking." Her hands shook, but something stronger than fear pushed her forward. She followed the river, her eyes searching for answers. Minutes later, she froze when she saw a figure in the distance. The person wore dark clothes and stood completely still, watching her. Fear locked her legs, but her phone buzzed again with one word. "Closer." Slowly, step by step, she walked toward the figure. The closer she came, the harder her heart pounded in her chest. The figure remained silent until she was near. Then, with a slow movement, he pointed to the ground beside a large rock. Half buried in the soil was another small metal box. Sophia's fingers trembled as she pulled it free and opened it. Inside was a USB drive and another folded paper. The paper read, "You were chosen to continue the search. The truth is hidden deeper." She looked up quickly, but the figure had vanished into the forest as if he had never been there. Her phone vibrated once more, showing another message. "Take it with you. Others are coming." Panic grew inside her chest, but she knew she had no choice. With the USB drive hidden safely in her pocket, Sophia ran back toward the city. Her body was exhausted, but her spirit was burning with questions. She finally saw the first lights of the streets, and relief filled her. She knew this was only the beginning, and her life would never be the same again. When Sophia opened the USB, she found only one video. It showed a man running through the same forest before being attacked, and the screen turned black. The date on the file was today, proving the crime had just happened. Her body shook with fear, but she knew she could not stay silent. She called the police, gave them the USB, and told them everything. The officer promised an investigation, and Sophia realized her life had changed forever.